You may have already seen headlines stating that $418 million is being dished out by the National Association of REALTORS to settle the lawsuit that they were in. These lawsuits have been going on for several years in the real estate industry, but this one is a big deal since it's the organization that all realtors are part of, and an exorbitant amount of money is on the line. In this video, I'll give an overview of what these lawsuits are about and why they're taking place, what kind of changes are coming to the real estate industry, and how this is going to affect home buyers and sellers as a result of this settlement. Stay tuned to this video because the real estate industry is about to get a major shakeup. If you don't know me, my name is Justin Dickey. I'm a realtor licensed in the state of West Virginia, operating out of the Huntington area. And it's my intention to continue to be a realtor despite the changes that will be coming to the industry. The role of a real estate agent is not going anywhere. There will be some changes, and ultimately it may end up as a good thing for the general public and consumers. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's first talk about what these lawsuits are and why they're happening and who is suing the National Association of REALTORS, which I will refer to as NAR. So the plaintiffs in these lawsuits against NAR are home sellers suggesting that they paid way too much in commission fees to sell their house. Another part of it is they did not know that a certain percentage of those fees were going to the buyer's agent. In a nutshell, that's what it's about. There's also concerns that buyer agents were leading home buyers towards more expensive properties. That way they could earn more commission on that deal. And forever, our industry has been scrutinized due to the way our compensation works and how we interact with other brokerage companies. Not only are we competing against each other to get listings and make deals, but we also cooperate with them, negotiating with their home buyers and sellers, and even paying them. Long story short, home sellers thought they were paying too much in commission, and there needs to be a change to the industry. The way the real estate industry business has worked for numerous years is that a real estate agent will work with a home seller and they will discuss their marketing fee or their rate of commission. And out of that, they would share a portion of it with the buyer agent. For some time now, the reason that this compensation is offered to a buyer's agent is so that the buyer can have representation and the help they need to actually purchase a home. Whereas this compensation, if it were not offered, the buyers may not have the funds to pay for the services of a buyer agent to begin with, thus leaving them open to poor decision making and uncertainty when it comes to purchasing a house. The changes that come of this are that NAR will no longer require that a buyer agency compensation be offered in the MLS. And for clarification, MLS just stands for Multiple Listing Service. That is the back-end software where we upload all the data for a listing, and then it gets dished out to your popular home portals such as Zillow and Realtor. Wow, it just got really windy. So who wins or who benefits from the result of this settlement? If you ask me, which you probably aren't, it's the lawyers in the case. They're the ones that are winning. They're gonna end up with some fat checks. So what does this mean for home sellers? Well, it's going to result in a lower commission being taken out of the sale of their home because buyer compensation will not be offered through the seller. At least that's what it's supposed to be on paper. Now, what can this lead to? Agents aren't really going to want to show a home that they can't get compensated for. And is the buyer going to be willing to pay for their buyer agent services? Well, that's where negotiation comes into play. A buyer agent they will have to negotiate their compensation, and it could come from the seller or the buyer. What may occur is that a buyer will offer a lower amount on the listing price of the home. That way they can afford the fees that their buyer agent is requesting. Because at the end of the day, No one wants to work for free. There's talk that home prices are going to go down as a result of this settlement. Maybe. That's yet to be seen. There's still a lot of demand in the marketplace. So initially, I don't think there's going to be any drop in home prices. Sellers are going to stick to their guns. But once they realize that they can't get it sold, this is when the price deductions may be occurring. Well, what does this mean for home buyers? One outcome may be that the home buyer cannot afford representation on their own, and they'll go straight to the listing agent. The listing agent will facilitate both sides of the deal. Now, in states where dual agency is a thing, that agent can represent both sides, and they kind of mediate the transaction, as they can't really favor one in that case. For a home seller that was trying to get the maximum value on the best terms, this might not be ideal for them, but this is where compromises are going to have to be made. On the other hand, dual agency is not permitted in every state. So the buyer will be left unrepresented. They will not know what to look for in a home, how to handle the transaction, and they might be disappointed in the long run. One thing's for certain, there will be more paperwork. And what I'm talking about is a buyer agency agreement. Now, these have been around for a while, but not every agent uses them when they're representing a buyer. What the buyer agency agreement does is lay out what is to be expected of that real estate agent. They're going to highlight their value and the things they do every day to help the client secure the home that they are looking for. It is also going to help them protect the compensation that they deserve for all their time and effort in working with this buyer. Many agents are going to have a hard time adapting to this, as it's something they have not used in their business, but they're going to have to embrace the change or be let loose. Which I guess can lead me into the next topic. What is going to happen with the real estate agents, and how is their business going to change? Well, I just started to mention it. It's the buyer agency agreement. If you cannot get your buyer clients to sign that contract stating that they will work with you and they want you to help them with their purchase, then those agents will dissipate. They might find new careers or really struggle to make it in the business. Many agents are going to focus more on listings, getting houses to represent, as this is a sure way to ensure your compensation, since the seller is prepared to pay a fee in order for you to market their house. Agents are going to have to raise the bar. They're going to have to set their standards higher, including myself. We're all going to have to be accountable for our day-to-day actions and make sure that we are moving forward in the client's best interest, and that is to secure a house. Some agents will not want to change. Many agents are probably going to leave the industry, and this could be a good thing. Those that do not take their job seriously, or those who just don't feel like dealing with the new situation that's in front of us, they'll be cut, and it'll be better for the industry, because those that do remain are working on their standards to best help the clients. These changes don't really bother me. I'm okay with change, and you just have to learn how to accept it. If things don't change, things get stale, and there's no progress being made. So I'm going to welcome these changes and communicate my value to clients to show them what I'm actually worth and why I deserve to get paid. Yes, many agents are going to be leaving the industry, and no, the role of a real estate agent will not be gone. We will still be around, but those that leave are the ones that are not going to take this business seriously anyway. So the ones that remain should come out on top as the most knowledgeable people in the real estate industry to help better serve their clients. Now, a few closing thoughts. I've been watching a few of these news stories on YouTube, and I'm getting some great insight from the comments section. And just reading them, it sounds like people are complaining or they're mad, but maybe I should give them the benefit of the doubt and change their tone. After all, they're just expressing their views and opinions. So one thing I'm seeing a lot of is that real estate agents are useless. We just get in the way, and You can sell a house or buy a house on your own. You know what? Those comments are correct. It's true that you don't need a realtor to sell or purchase a home. You can do it on your own. So if you can do it on your own, it makes absolutely no sense for you to pay all these fees and commissions to an agent who is not offering you any value. So throughout my real estate career, I've seen many different transactions and none of them are really the same. Some are easier than others, some are quite complicated. Everyone's experience is a little bit different. So if you can handle it on your own, I implore you to do so. But if for some reason you're unable to sell your house on your own, or you do not want to sell your house on your own, that is where the role of a real estate agent comes into play. We are there to provide a particular set of services, and we'll be upfront with you about what those services are and how much we are willing to accept for them. When meeting with a real estate agent, whether you're buying or selling, it's important to express your concerns and your problems to see if they have a solution that fits your needs. You're going to want a real estate agent that listens to you and responds to your concerns with an approach that should benefit you. It's okay to have a back and forth discussion to see if they are able to help you. Give some of your opinions, ideas to them as well to see if they understand where you're coming from. If you two do not come to an agreement, it's fine. You can part ways in all respect and move on to the next agent to see if they can help you with your issues. Again, on the subject of value of what a real estate agent is supposed to provide for you is if they're just opening doors so you can see a property. If you're a home buyer and that's what your agent is providing you with, either you're super savvy and you already know what you want and how to purchase a property smoothly, or they're not providing you with the education that you need. And I've been there, you know, I get a phone call and someone just wants to see a property. I meet them there. I don't have any research or backstory on the property. I don't know the client's needs or wants. And yes, I did feel just like a door opener or a order taker. Now, how I prefer to do it is before we even go see a property, I would like to have a meeting. It can be in the office, it can be at a park, it can be formal, informal, however you feel it. So in this meeting that I'm talking about, it's an initial meeting that you might also hear called a buyer consultation. And the whole purpose of this is to have a discussion between a buyer and a real estate agent. That way it is in the open about what the buying party is hoping to get from the agent and what the agent can provide to the buying party. They'll talk about things such as where they're currently living, income levels, needs of the house or needs of the area that the house is located in. Talk about the future goals of where they might see themselves or how their job progression might go. During these meetings, the real estate agent needs to have some good ears and really listen to the problems and concerns of the buyers. The real estate agent can then articulate the plan of action to help the home buyers get into the house that they're looking for. After this point, the real estate agent is most likely going to want you to sign a buyer agency agreement. Now, it can be scary signing papers, I know, but it's not really here to trick you or anyone else. It's to protect your interests, to protect the real estate agent's interests, and to lay forth the expectations from both parties. This is going to be new for many buyers, but it's going to become commonplace in the near future. An overall part of my message is that you shouldn't get all frantic from what the headlines of the major news outlets are saying. There will be some changes. It's nothing going to be insanely crazy. Life will continue as it is, and homes will be bought and sold with and without realtors. I'm sure I've done a lot of rambling, so I'm going to try to edit and cut this up to keep it concise and clear as possible, I hope. I did not plan on making this video. I kind of just thought about it last night. I just wanted to get my message out there for anyone that needs to see it. I'm not concerned about this lawsuit. I'm actually pretty excited. I think many real estate agents that aren't serious about what they do, they will get out of the industry and leave more opportunity for me and other serious real estate agents to shine. When we're held to this higher standard of professionalism, we are able to help more clients effectively and efficiently. I hope you got something out of this video. I'm sure I missed things because this one was so on the fly. So if you have any further questions, just drop them down in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them, or maybe point you in the direction of resources that can better help you. It's going to be a very interesting time ahead of us to see how this all plays out. Initially, there's going to be some bumps along the way, but we'll get through it. And hopefully from this new model and these changes that are going to happen, it benefits home buyers and sellers, because that's what it's all about. That's why real estate agents get into the business in the first place, to help people, to help families relocate and find the home of their dreams, or somewhere just to stay safe where they can live a happy life. So again, real estate agents aren't going anywhere. The structure on how they're paid is going to be a little bit different, and where the money is coming from and where it's flowing to, that's all going to change. But at the end, we're all going to adapt and we're all going to survive. Everything will be okay. Don't let these headlines from the major media outlets scare you. I know that real estate transactions are going to continue to take place, and the insight and the expertise of professional realtors and knowledge brokers are going to continue to be in desire. So if you do want help buying or selling real estate, hit me up. I'm here for you. Also, even if you're not buying or selling real estate and you just need to talk about it, do you want to know how much your home is worth on the market? Do you want advice on repairs that you may need to do before selling your home? Do you want to know more about interest rates? Do you need educated on the home buying process? That's also what your real estate agent is here for. It doesn't matter if you're buying or selling right now. They're here for the long run, and we want to help and educate everyone we can. Thinking about these issues that lie ahead, I'm thinking I'll make some YouTube videos on how to choose a real estate agent, both from the selling side and from the buyer perspective as well, because there's going to be more competition amongst the real estate agents to earn your business, and they're going to have to articulate what they're doing for you and why they are charging the price for their services that they are. So stay tuned for that. I hope that will help you as well. I'm going to end this video here. I'm sure there's tons of things we could be talking about, but these are the issues and points that were just on the top of my head at the moment. If you like this video, please hit that little thumbs up button. I hope this and my other videos provide some value. If they do, hit that subscribe button, as I'll be releasing more videos in the future about real estate, the home buying and selling process, our area here in the city of Huntington and on the outskirts, and I'll be showing off some other properties that are for sale. With that said, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.